Overrated. Man, I'm so sick and tired of the Pacers, and I am sick and tired of Tyrese Halliburton and everything that they have going on. Why? Because honestly, they're so boring, bro. But they are a good team. They are well put together, and I don't know if their wins are luck or if they are wins that are well deserved and wins that they actually practice for and fit their team. Like yesterday against the Knicks, watching this whole game, right? And honestly, bro, before I even get into that, I'm gonna give you guys my opinions and everything from the top of my head. I have no notes written down, nothing. I'm gonna let you know exactly how I feel. So if there's something that I miss, or if there's something that I might get wrong, go in the comments down below and let me know what you think, and let me know what else you thought was the problem. Because, like I said, watching this game, I thought the Knicks were way better than the Pacers, and I still think watching this game, the Knicks are better than the Pacers. The Knicks can easily beat the Pacers, right? But here's the issue. The issue is exactly what happened yesterday. The Knicks have this thing, and maybe it's because their starters play too many minutes and their bench is not all that. But they have this thing where they just don't seem like they want it bad enough sometimes. And then they lose, come back game two, and go crazy. Now, hopefully, they can do this because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm from New York. So it really hurt that the Knicks lost. Now, I wasn't really a Knicks fan when Julius Randle was on the team, but I always said, and I think I even said it in these YouTube videos here, if you go back in the channel, once they got Julius Randle off the team, I was okay with being a Knicks fan. I was cool with it. And now that he's off the team, I fell in love with the Knicks. And still have this problem where they're just down the stretch is so Jalen Brunson heavy, and it's worked throughout the whole season. But at night like yesterday, I feel like they should have played through Cat. Honestly, Jalen Brunson picked up 5 fouls. He had to sit down, and the Knicks went on like a 10-0 run. They were up by 14, and the Pacers just couldn't come back. They put Brunson back in the fourth quarter, and the Pacers start coming back. The Pacers start making runs. They start targeting him because they know he only has one more foul left and he's out. And he became a target. And that's the last thing you want from your best player, from your clutchest player. And to be honest with you, I don't think you needed him at the end of the fourth quarter. He could have sat down and Cat could have finished the game. Cat was on fire and they couldn't guard him. Cat was hitting threes. He was going to the basket. Cat was doing things. I was like, damn, Cat, you got this in your bag. Now, I know Cat is probably the best big man shooter, but bro, yesterday I think he hit like a one-legged step back three, something like that. I was like, yo, bro, damn, like, Cat, I did not know you had this in your bag, bro. My apologies. But I don't know why they put Brunson back in. Mind you, I know he had 43 points. But when you're going to the basket every time, you're ISOing or you're splitting a double team, mind you, he's doing a great job, right? I'm not taking that from him, but he was just not needed. I felt like because he was back on the court, he was targeted and allowed the Pacers to come back in. And a lot of times, a coach will do something like this because you want to finish with your star guy. But a night like yesterday, you could have played through Cat. So I think you need to trust Cat a little bit more. A night like yesterday, you needed Cat. Even let's say, all right, boom, you put Jalen Brunson back in, we go to overtime, right? And I'm gonna speak on that too. But let's say you put Cat in, we go to overtime, and this is when you need Cat. Cat is supposed to hit those threes. Cat is supposed to go to the basket. Cat is supposed to take some of the pressure off of Brunson in these situations. I know it's crunch time. I know it's overtime. But even in overtime, you really don't need Brunson doing and taking every single shot throughout the whole 5 minutes of overtime. Like the first two buckets were amazing. Ananobi and I think Cat both got buckets to start off overtime, and the Knicks were on a 4-0 run. They were up by four, and then it became the Brunson versus the Pacers show. And that's when you're going to lose because Tyrese Halliburton, who everybody claims is overrated, is not overrated. Tyrese Halliburton is a very great point guard and a very great player. Now, I understand why it's so hard for a lot of people to understand why Tyrese Halliburton is a great player and why he's not overrated. And I understand why people call him overrated. He doesn't have that type of game that makes you just want to like Like he's not Jalen Brunson, he's not gonna do all that extra stuff everybody's doing, and he's not gonna be on super attack mode. Sometimes he's gonna give you like 15, 19 points, but he's gonna give you like 11, 12, 13 assists. He's gonna always create for his guys, and that's the type of point guard he is. A lot of people think that's overrated. That's the type of style that is gonna be overlooked when you're playing the game the right way, okay? And you look for the best shot available in every single possession. And sometimes that shot is not your shot, and I understand why people think it's overrated, but on a night like yesterday, the Knicks need to understand. I know you have the clutchest player of the year on your team, but Halliburton is right there, bro. Halliburton has hit, I think, two clutch shots to end the game or tie the game this playoff season alone. Now, let's go back to last year and all that. Halliburton is super clutch, bro. And even in the regular season, he hit so many like game winners. And it's like, bro, you have to guard him. You have to play defense. The Knicks was so lucky that wasn't a three and that ended up being a two. But bro, you have to guard him. And then Mitchell Robinson, bro. This is the shit that got me so upset. Yo, the Knicks put in Robinson for one thing and one thing only. Play defense, bro. Just play defense. That's the only thing you're good at. Play defense. How do you let Obi Toppin just get a tip in? And then I think another time was an alley oop. Bro, Obi Toppin, like he just went to the basket. There was no defense. I ain't gonna lie, to end the fourth quarter, I think Cat played better defense than Mitchell Robinson. There was no point of bringing Robinson back in. You could have just thugged it out with Cat. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday was one of those games where the Knicks needed to trust Cat. You need to understand that Karl-Anthony Towns is still one of them guys, bro. Karl-Anthony Towns is still somebody that put up 40, 50, 60 points way before he had a second All-Star on his team. Karl-Anthony Towns used to finish games off himself. Karl-Anthony Towns is a certified bucket. You need to trust him. And yesterday, I think the Knicks should have trusted him more. Now, Mikal Bridges, I don't know where you was in overtime, and I don't know where you was at the end of the fourth quarter. I know you're a great player. And I'm one of those people that has a lot of love for your game. But yesterday, to end the fourth quarter and overtime, especially that last possession when the ball went out off your elbow, your forearm, yo, bro, you did everything but the right thing. You didn't even. There was a whole pick and roll, bro. There's a whole pick and roll. I think at the end of overtime, and the Knicks didn't guard it. They didn't guard the inbound. They didn't guard the pick and roll. They didn't do anything, bro. The Knicks were just trying to outscore the Pacers. They didn't want to guard the Pacers, and I think it's because they went up by 10 and thought like, oh, okay, it's cool. The Pacers not gonna come back this time the third. I don't understand, bro. You yourself, as a Knicks team, have pulled a 20-point comeback twice. The Pacers have done it a couple of times as well. What makes you think that they're going to stop fighting? And Neesmith, bro, I'm not going to lie. That man had a burner on him yesterday. He had a flamethrower on him yesterday. He could not miss. He hit like 6 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. I swear every shot he took felt like it was about to go in. I don't know if that's luck or if that's skill. Because, okay, we could say the Pacers role players need to play like this every single night in order to beat the Knicks, da da da. But we've seen them do stuff like this time after time after time. How much of it is luck and how much of this is just talent, skill, and a good team just playing with one another and wanting to win? Because at the end of the day, you're going to always need somebody to do something out of their body. It's the playoffs. I'm sorry. You're going to need that because everybody knows everybody's plays. And especially guys like Halliburton, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, Karl-AnthonyTowns, Miles Turner. These guys have played against each other for so many years, bro. They are not rookies. This is not something that you have to figure out. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think there's a single rookie playing in both teams. So, knowing that, obviously you're going to always need somebody to play out of their body. But I think the Knicks need to trust their role players more. And you need to trust Anunoby more. Give him more shots at the basket, more dunks. Josh Hart needs to be more aggressive. I know he has a crazy amount of rebounds, but they also need to play defense. Defense, please, defense, defense. I need you to focus on defense, okay? Because Neesmith had 30 points, Nemhart had 15, and Tyrese Halliburton had 31 and 11. You cannot allow Tyrese Halliburton to be a scorer and a playmaker at the same time. You have to limit him to one thing. Either Halliburton's gonna put up 30 points and lose, or he's gonna put up 15 points and have like, I don't know, 8 assists or something like that, or 10 points and have like 15 assists. But one or the other, he cannot have both. Halliburton cannot have both. And the scariest thing is, Siakam didn't even play his best game yesterday. He had like 17 points. We all know if Siakam is going to the basket, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Robinson and Cat, and they're going to foul. And Karl-AnthonyTowns is prone to fouling a lot, okay? And Jalen Brunson yesterday was, I think, his first or second time where he picked up 5 fouls. They're going to target him. They're going to target him. He's the smallest person on the court besides Halliburton. They're going to target him. And if he continues to pick up fouls, he will continue to be targeted. And that's just the moral of the story. The Knicks need to play better defense because they look like a better team. The Pacers should not be able to compete with the Knicks. And going into this series, I was not thinking like this. I thought the Pacers should be able to compete with the Knicks. But now, I don't think they should. The Knicks were playing amazing. They were dominating. But they just lost their hunger. They lost their drive and lost their focus. And they just expected the Pacers to foul out or tap out. And it just wasn't going to happen. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for coming to the Locker Room. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This will Talk with E. Safety.